What's up everyone, my name's Dr. Mitch Rice, and today we're going to be talking all about and answering the question, what exactly is blood and what are some of the components of blood? So the blood that leaves your body, like if you cut your skin or when you get your blood drawn at the hospital, is something called whole blood. When you get your blood drawn at the hospital, this whole blood is drawn up into tubes. These tubes are then sent down to the lab where they are placed into something called a centrifuge. A centrifuge is kind of like a fancy carnival ride that'll take those tubes of blood and spin them round and around at extraordinarily fast rates. This allows the whole blood to be spun down into its components. Thus, whole blood has three major components. I'm gonna draw each of the three components on the screen here and then briefly talk about each one individually. So the first and largest component is something called plasma. Plasma is the liquid component of your blood, and it's composed primarily of water as well as other things such as ions, proteins, salts, and even waste products. If you'd like to know even more information about plasma, I'll put a link to that video in the top corner. The second largest component of whole blood is your red blood cells. Red blood cells make up about 44% of your overall blood volume. Using hemoglobin as its major protein, red blood cells transport oxygen and carbon dioxide throughout your body. Red blood cells are also red due to the hemoglobin, and this is what gives your blood that reddish tinge overall. If you'd like to know even more information about hemoglobin or red blood cells, I'll put a link to those two videos in the top corner. And finally, the smallest portion of whole blood is something called a buffy coat. This thin layer is made up of white blood cells and platelets. White blood cells compose about 1% of your overall blood volume and are extremely important for healing processes as well as fighting off infections. Platelets make up less than 1% of your overall blood volume, and they're used in order to help form blood clots to stop excessive bleeding. If you'd like to know even more information about white blood cells or platelets, I'll put a link to those two videos in the top corner. So kind of summarizing and putting everything together as seen on the screen here, whole blood is 100% of your whole blood. And then the components are further broken down into plasma, which is 55%, red blood cells, which are 44%, and the buffy coat, which is about 1% total. I just want to give a few fun facts about blood because it really is such an amazing substance, and it really is the oil to the machine that we call the human body. 7 to 8% of your entire body weight is made up of blood. An average size adult male has about 1.5 total gallons of blood in his body. An average size adult female contains about 1.25 total gallons of blood in her body. That's quite a bit of blood in your body, which is why it is so important and allows you to function properly as well as to live. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you'd like to know even more facts about blood or more medical information that may be pertinent to your overall health, please visit my website at www.wellsci.info. Again, thank you, and I will see you all on the next one.